Good evening, everyone. This is Neha here, and I have been posting many things regarding baby-led weaning on Milo app. And thank you, Milo, for giving this opportunity to me to come live and explain regarding baby-led weaning. So I would just like to introduce myself to all of you before starting. My name is Neha, and I am from Pune, and I am a first time mom of a 10-month-old. Um, when my baby was 6 months old, I was a little bit confused on how to start solid for my baby. So initially, I did try the traditional weaning, that is the method of spoon feeding your baby by mashed purees, and the same way which usually elders tell us to feed. But then what happened is I was pretty annoyed because there was a tug of war between me and my baby, that I used to feed solids to him, and solid food, that is mashed purees by spoon, and then the spoon used to be snatched by him, and then if I take back the spoon, he used to cry, and that used to be a tug of war. So which led to a lot of research, and then I was introduced to a new topic known as baby led weaning. So I would like to explain in detail what baby led weaning is all about, and why this topic interests me a lot. I just would like to say that this is a tried and tested method, but every baby is different, and there are many things which might go against or for your baby. But you can obviously try it. It is not very difficult to try baby led weaning. So let me just start with baby led weaning and what it is all about. So basically, baby-led weaning is introduction of solid food to your baby by the means of uh, what the family eats. So basically, there is no mashed purees. There is nothing in the form of mashed or pureed form or anything liquid. We have to start right away from solids and finger foods. So using the like we have to use the habit of picking up everything and your baby puts everything in the mouth. So this habit can be used to an advantage, is what I felt. So what you can do is try introducing finger foods to your baby right from the 6 months. Yes, it is possible from the 6 month. Many of you have already written a lot of questions whether baby will choke on solid food. I'm very scared. I'm very nervous to give solid food, and we'll have to give only mashed food, purees food. So I'll get back to this topic as well. But for now, let me just go through what baby led weaning is all about. So the benefits of baby led weaning are like so many. So imagine that there is a scene. Let me tell you my personal experience which I saw. One day I was standing in my balcony, and I was just looking around that one small 4-year-old boy, he's running around, and his mother is running behind him, saying, please eat. Then I asked from above, what happened? Why are you running behind him? So she told, my baby is not at all eating. He ate one spoon and he's running around. It takes me 2 hours for his food to get over. So till the lunchtime gets over, it's a snack time, and this goes on and on. She felt really horrible. So I just asked her one question. Just leave it. Don't feed him. It's okay. If he's hungry, he'll come back. But what happens with all of us is we are mothers and we worry very much that, oh, my baby is not eating. What happens if he doesn't eat? His weight like will reduce. All of these are concerns which we all have, and it is correct. I'm not saying anything is wrong, because as no mother is a bad mother. Actually, I would like to say, whatever way of weaning you choose, it is correct from your point of view. You don't have to be worried that, oh, am I doing the bad thing? No, this session is just to introduce you to, okay, this is an interesting way. Maybe you will like this way to feed your baby and make your baby very much independent. So my own experience regarding baby led weaning is that whenever I try to feed my baby, that is spoon feed, in some circumstances where we are outside, or I'm not in a situation where I can offer my baby him for himself to self feed. In those situations, I have tried to feed my baby by spoon, but either he tries to snatch the spoon and eats by himself, or I'll have to keep on feeding, and it goes on and on for almost half an hour, where he just goes around everywhere in the house, and then he eats one spoon, again comes back. He is interested in eating, but then it goes on, and entirely we get exhausted. So to avoid this, baby-led weaning will benefit you. That is, basically you make your baby independent, and baby feeds with his or her own hands. So what happens is, the process of lunch, dinner, having food, meals becomes a family time, and it becomes very interesting for your baby to like learn new things, the texture and the feel of the food. So babies are constantly exploring, so we have to put these things, that is putting everything in mouth, exploring, to good use. So food is the best way to make baby to explore everything and learn around the surroundings. Moving on, I would like to tell why, uh, what are the benefits of baby led weaning. So basically, we give an opportunity for our baby to self feed and self regulate. So basically, when your baby self feeds, your baby knows where to stop. In baby led weaning, it will never happen that your baby will be overfed, because baby knows where to stop, when to stop. We just have to trust our little one. And when the baby tries to tell us to stop, either by sometimes by crying or getting cranky or getting going away from the chair, so we just have to stop. And also, baby-led weaning also prevents picky eating. That is, I told you the example of the mother-son duo roaming around for food. So basically, what happens is, when mothers try force feeding the baby will have it, but eventually they will start hating food. And also, there are some instances where we tend to wipe the baby's face a lot. Like, we just spoon feed one bite and then we wipe the face. So this should not be done. It should, because what happens is the baby feels that food is dirty, which we don't want to happen. Like, we should not feel that the food is dirty. Baby should like the food. Baby should be able to touch the food. Then only they will understand the importance of food. And it also develops a healthy relationship food. So basically, it's just one and the same thing, that the relationship with food should be healthy. Baby should not feel that, oh, I cannot touch this food, only mommy should be able to feed me. No, that is not true. Your baby should be able to touch the food, feel the texture of the food, smell the food, and they should be able to know what is what. Eventually, once you start baby led weaning, you yourself will get to know, like, how smart our babies are. We constantly underestimate them, but they are very smart. I would even say they are smarter than us, and they know, it's their instinct. They are born with it, that they know how to self regulate, where to stop, when to stop. And only by crying our baby tells us everything. It's just that the mama should be able to communicate with the baby and know what the baby wants. So, moving on, I would like to explain. There have been many questions where you have asked, when should we start baby led weaning? So, it is not possible that you just start baby led weaning when your baby turns 6 months old. There are few rules which we will have to go through baby led weaning, because we are introducing solid foods right away. we have to skip the purees and mashed foods entirely, and we are just starting out on solid food. So there are few rules for baby led weaning. So to start baby-led weaning, your baby should be 6 months or elder, and you will have to get an approval from your pediatrician to start baby-led weaning or to start solid foods. Once your pediatrician gives a go for you to start solid foods, you can introduce baby-led weaning foods to your baby. Second rule is that your baby should be able to sit unassisted for 60 minutes at least in a tripod position. That is, without support, your baby should be able to sit on his or her own. So, this is required for baby led weaning. And your baby should show interest in food. For example, your baby comes to you crawling when you try to eat food from your plate, or your baby sees you eating food, and the baby will be attracted and he tries to, like, find out what mommy is eating, and your baby might ask. So this is also a sign where you can start baby led weaning. And the most important thing which you have to see is that baby's tongue thrust reflex. That is, if you put a finger on your lower lip and if the tongue comes out like this, then the tongue thrust reflex has not gone. So you will have to wait till the tongue thrust reflex is gone, and then only you can start baby led weaning. This is very important because you are starting solid foods, finger foods right away, and baby should not choke on the food, and baby should be able to learn to chew and like eat the food. So the basic requirements which we have for baby led weaning is, this is not necessary or it is not compulsory, but I am telling because of my own experience what all are the requirements. So basically we need a high chair or a booster seat, because it is very easy for your baby to sit on the seat. So you are making your baby sit at one place to eat. Basically, in your family, you must be having a place to sit and eat. Most of the families will have dining table and chair, or even on the floor. If you are sitting on the floor and eating as well, there is a specific place that is somewhere in the living room that you sit and eat your food. So basically, high chair or a booster seat serves that purpose, that you make your baby sit at one place and then make him or her eat. So the next thing is, I this is my recommendation that you can get a few sleeved bibs. That is, there are few bibs which are made of plastic over here, which look like apron, and it has sleeves all along. So what happens is, whenever your baby eats messy foods like rice, or sticky foods, which or fruits which tend to stick to the baby's body, it will be very easy for you to take out. Just take out the bib and your baby will be clean. It is very easy. And the next thing which I always recommend is a plastic mat, or a shower curtain will also do. So you can keep this mat or a shower curtain below the high chair or the booster seat. So what happens is your baby will tend to throw the food. This has been my experience, that my baby just, like, he takes the food and he just throws like this. So what happens is I have to keep cleaning the floor all the time. So if you have a shower curtain or a plastic mat, it saves your time. You just have to wash it off. And the main thing, I have never used suction bowls or plates, but few of you might like it, because what happens is your baby will tend to pick the plate, bowl, spoon, whatever utensils you give during, like, offering food. Your baby will pick that as well, because baby doesn't understand what is to be eaten and what is not to be eaten. So they eventually learn. So till they learn, they just pick the plate and start biting it or throwing it. So if you feel annoyed by this, you can obviously buy suction bowls and plates. So it's a great product actually. Suction bowls and plates will help a lot, but I have never bought it because I felt it's easy for me to use steel plates and I'm okay with it. And basically these are the requirements for baby led weaning. But if you don't have any of these, it is okay, it is not compulsory. And I don't think that if you don't have these items you cannot do baby led weaning. Of course you can do baby led weaning. All you have to do is just place a plastic mat on the floor, make your baby sit on it, on the floor, and you can obviously offer foods. The only thing what happens in this is when your baby starts crawling and walking, the baby will not sit at one place. Even if you tell your baby to sit at one place, he or she will not be able to sit at one place and eat. That's why these requirements are like basic requirements are there. So moving on how to start baby led weaning. So basically I have received many questions on Milo, that I want to start, but how to start, when to start. So what you can do is just start with one meal per day during the 6 month. So you will get to know the pattern, how baby is coping, like with the eating and everything. You will get to know. So you can start one meal per day. I guess in the 6 month, one meal per day is enough. And then as the month goes on increasing, you can start increasing the schedule of meal. So while starting, you can try offering finger foods. Basically, baby-led weaning is all about making baby eat what the family eats. But sometimes it is not possible. Of course, like there are few foods which the family eats will be spicy. So of course, we cannot offer spicy food to the baby. So what we can do is there are few alternatives for this. For example, if you are cooking dal and rice for baby, you can you can try cooking dal without adding salt and chili. Just whatever you cook for the family, just take out a portion of the food for baby, and then you can add salt and chili. So while starting, you can start with steamed vegetables like steamed carrots, then mashed boiled potatoes are okay. Sweet potato is a very good option, and cauliflower. So foods like broccoli, cauliflower, you can just steam them till they are soft, and then you can offer it to your baby. Even carrots can be steamed and offered. And sweet potato, you can just boil the sweet potato and offer it to your baby. It's a very good option, it's a healthy option. And fruits, I guess most of the fruits can be offered. Or I just noticed that some babies have more acid reflux, so do take care before offering citrusy fruits like onion, sweet lime, grapefruit, something like that. So just be careful. You can, of course, you can give one or two pieces, but there are few rules which I would like to tell. Few examples for you to understand how to offer all these. So fruits like orange, you just have to take out the entire membrane from the fruit and just offer the pulp. So the pulp also can be taken out from the orange and given to the baby, or you just have to cut the orange and offer it along with the entire peel. So your baby will just put it near the mouth and suck. So that is a great option which I have already tried. And chapati is a great option to offer because your baby will tend to put it in mouth, and he will just try to bite it, or like try to explore. So idli dosa is a very good option. If especially from ladies who are in south, they always have idli dosa for breakfast. You can even offer upma, poha. So my tip for offering poha is, because poha is like very brittle and it just tends to fall, what I do is I soak the poha a little more in water, and then I make balls out of it and offer. So these are the few things which can be offered. Basically, whatever you cook as a family can be offered to your baby. there is no need to worry about offering it. It's just that the size of offering the food should be appropriate. For example, if you are offering round foods are choking hazard. For example, grapes of this size, blueberry of this size, it should not be offered as a whole. I will repeat, it should not be offered as a whole because it's a choking hazard. It should always be cut in slices, that is lengthwise slices of four, and then given to baby. And then there are few hard foods which should not be given to baby. Avoid giving oily food. There have been a lot of questions like, can I give Mari biscuit to my baby? So of course, I would not say it is like very harmful, or I would not like to scare. But if it can be avoided, it should be avoided, because Mari biscuit has lots of preservatives. It contains sugar, it contains maida, which is not good for even for us. If we eat one or two, if we eat moderately, that is fine. But offering to a baby, if you have a healthy option, it is okay. But sometimes there are situations where, for example, we are somewhere outside and then our baby starts crying, we have no option. In that case, of course, you can offer. It's not like never offer. There have been instances where I have visited somewhere outside, and then I was thinking what to give to my baby. So there I have offered something like idli, because idli is the safest option. It is easily digestible, and we can obviously give. It's just that I don't give the chutney or the sambar which is there in the hotel. I just give idli and I request for a little bit of ghee. So at least that is enough to like feed our baby. And I also received a few questions. Let me just go through the question. Um, so few of you have asked me questions like, baby is 8.5 months old, eats food two times and one time fruits, but very moody about eating, because I'm not able to start third meal. I guess for an 8.5-month-old, you don't have to introduce snack as such. Um, Two times eating two times and one fruits is a good option. I don't think it is bad. Maybe for dinner, instead of giving something heavy, you can try giving something light, as khichdi, pongal, upma, something which your baby can finish it off in like few minutes. That will be a good option. um, then let me go through few more questions which have been asked on Milo app, and then I'll be moving on to few of the videos which I would like to show. Here I'm not able to share anything in PPT or video, so what I will do is I will just show my phone and play the video. Please excuse me if anybody is not able to see it, but that's how I can do it for now. um, Another question which many of you have asked is, that you have to go for work. You will be starting work, and then I can understand during 6 months there goes a lot. That baby is introduced to solid food, and we have to again rejoin office. Some of us have to join office. So what happens is we are very much confused about what to do. So if you are having a nanny, basically try to educate her not to feed your baby. If there are few people, nanny or in-laws or whoever is the caretaker of baby in our absence. If it is possible for you, obviously you'll have to just sit and educate them regarding baby-led weaning. And there is nothing much to educate. Basically, you'll have to just make them understand in simple words that baby will be able to eat whatever we eat. It's just that we have to monitor, and maybe try giving small pieces initially and see how your baby copes up. And then like, you can request them to show videos initially. Today, because of nowadays, because of WhatsApp, it's very easy for us to share videos and see how your baby is doing. So I get that will be okay, and mainly convincing your family is what is important. I got so many questions how to convince our family. I guess it is not very difficult, and I feel we as a mom, we have the right on deciding how to feed our baby. And I guess if we explain it in a very good way with kind words, I guess everybody will be able to understand the struggle which we face and the kinds of things which we are able to do for our baby. Of course, it takes time, but I don't think it is difficult for us to do that. So moving on, I would like to show a few videos for all of you to understand what baby led weaning is about, and also you will not be scared to like after seeing videos of my own son. My son's name is Rihan and he's 10 months old. So I would love to show how I have introduced and what all I have given to him for eating. So for example, co- I have yesterday I had given him corn on the cob. So corn kernels, if you give, they are a choking hazard because they are very small and it can enter the windpipe and like baby can choke on it. So never give corn kernels. If you want to give corns, maybe try to introduce in some other way, something like a corn potato tikki, or you can put it in paddu or paniyaram, but it should be mashed properly, of course. But if you want to give corn directly, this is the way you can give. So this is my son having corn on the cob. Yeah. So in this video, if you see, I have given the cob. So what happens is when you give a small, you can even cut a like smaller portion. I had given this much, but you can keep the cob this much if it is possible. Why we should give corn on the cob is because when baby bites, it will not like the entire corn will not come into baby's mouth. It will get cut automatically with baby's teeth, and then it will go inside. So it's like nibbling on the corn like this, and it is like you will not feel like you don't have to worry that baby will choke on it or something. Then, since it's a mango season, I would like to show another video where I have my given mango for my son to eat. Yes. So regarding mango, instead of puring it, mashing it, this is a very fun way to for your baby to see like playing holy with fruits. It was very funny for me today because when you introduce mango, give along with the pit, because this is a very beneficial way, because what happens is the like baby's sensory organs, then like they get to see what exactly is this fruit. It's very like their curiosity is built and they would surely love it. Now like you must have seen that in the video my baby was dropping the mango pit and then again picking it and up eating. So we, of course, we have the urge to pick. No, please do try not to pick and give it. It's okay, let it fall. Just make sure that the surroundings where your baby is sitting and eating are clean. So that is why I say it would be better if you have a plastic mat. So even if the food falls down, let baby pick up the food and eat. We should like have minimum interference when we are giving such foods to baby. Another video I would like to show is, because most of us eat rice and chapati, there are two videos which I would like to show where my baby is eating anna rasam, that is rice and rasam. So when I gave rice, like it was a little, you can make rice balls and give. Of course, it is a fun way to give your baby about the food. But yes, so I have given few more examples. Um, I would not like to take the session much because it is already 4:30, and I would like to just give you some few important pointers, and I will post regarding baby-led weaning. Just a minute. I'm going to the question and answers. Yes, so I have received a question that do you have any specific tips for baby-led weaning twins? Okay, so this is very interesting because I am also a twin. I have a twin brother who is 2 minutes elder to me. So the first question which I had asked my mom is, how did you introduce food to both of us? So she is like, it was I was all alone basically, and I had no one to help. So it was very difficult for me to feed both of you by spoon feeding. So she initially started immediately with dal and rice. So she used to make dal and rice balls, and she just used to keep in front of us, and both of us used to have together. So you don't have to worry that how will you cope with twins. No, nothing. You just have to do the same way. Like instead of one baby, it's, I know it is very difficult. I don't say it is very easy with twins, but I don't think it is an issue. Instead of one high chair, you just have to get two high chairs. Keep babies in front of each other. Actually, twins learn a lot from each other, and you just have to give the same thing to both of them. They will see each other and like try to learn, of course. So I'll just quickly go through if there are any more questions which I have received on Milo, and then I will like try to end the session shortly. So I have received how to offer idli dosa for babies, size and shape. So if you, it is totally up to you. If you want to give the same size idli as you give in adults, just cut the idli into three different portions. Like if the idli is this big, you can make three halves, three portions of the idli and serve it. That is okay. If you feel you want to, for a 6 month old, 6 to 9 month old baby, their pincer grasp, that is, this grasp is not yet developed. Their palmar grasp is there. So they hold things like this and not like this. So for 6 to 9 months old baby, give finger foods, that is, foods which are as long as this finger. So you can cut out the idli into finger long shape, and then you give. So baby will hold the food like this and try to put in mouth. So it also applies. You can also give non-fried potato French fries, and you can give non-fried. You just have to roast it on tawa and give. Those are, I even answered the second question, that is what are the snack options. So all the finger foods you can give tikkis, um, and you can give something like kebab, homemade kebab, which looks like fingers. So that is okay. And dosa, I don't think it will be a problem. Okay, please excuse me. I'll have some water. Dosa, I guess it will not be a problem because but I prefer, usually I give something as we called a set dosa. That is a soft dosa. You just have to pour the dosa batter on the tawa and just put a plate or a lid on that. So the dosa comes out soft. I usually don't prefer giving crispy dosa because that even eats up more of oil. So I hope, I guess I have answered most of the questions relevant. One more important topic which I would like to discuss before ending the session is the difference between gagging and choking. So the most relevant question and the mostly asked question after baby-led weaning topic is, what if my baby chokes? So you just have to learn the difference between gagging and choking. So what does gagging mean? Basically, gagging means the child will open your mouth, like when the food is goes into the mouth, your baby will try to do like this. So I'm sorry to explain, but this is very important because that's how you will get to know. So when your baby does like this, it's called gagging because for adults the gag reflex is over here, but for babies it is over here, just in the middle of your tongue. So basically, what happens when the food, which is a little bigger, that baby feels he or she cannot swallow, they will try to take it out. So that is why babies initially will gag a lot. Babies who have totally mashed food even gag. Babies who have water as well gag. So it is nothing like when you give solid food only baby will gag. It's their like it's the way of them like to cope up, you know. So basically difference between gagging and choking is the child will open their mouth, and their face will turn red, and they will try to cough it out, or the food particle which is there, they'll try to cough it out, their eyes will start watering. I request, please do not interfere or try to put your finger inside the baby's mouth because this will further lead to choking. Never interfere with a gagging baby because it is natural and they will be able to take out the food. You just have trust on your baby. The only warning sign is like when you feel baby is really choking is that the child will begin turning blue. They will be very silent, they will not be able to say anything. And if it's a partial blockage, baby will try coughing, but like child will be silent. So this time you will have to take care. Just I would just say this should never happen, but even if it happens, you should be knowing the difference between gagging and choking. So basically, it is like loud and red, let them go ahead. Silent and blue, they need help from you. So this is all about baby-led weaning. I will try to explain many more things in the next coming session, and I would like to end the session for today. That's it. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good evening.